Hey, welcome to this early demo of Model Trains, the game we're building at Second Quest. If you would like to be part of our community of early playtesters, be sure to join our Discord at discord.secondquest.games. Model Trains is a hobby enjoyed worldwide, and we're translating that into a digital sandbox experience. We're creating a content platform where players can unleash their imagination to craft complex layouts, add minute details, and bring their dioramas to life. Aside from building working layouts, our players will be able to share these experiences with other players through the game, as well as with friends on other social platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, as videos and images. So what you are looking at right now is an early prototype, and at its core is the sandbox experience. It's an open game system with no rules or targets, and all the freedom to build the train sets of your dreams. We'll also have a campaign mode knee-deep in rail history, where you get to solve economy and building-focused challenges, with more content to follow in the future. Mods are a key aspect of the game. Players will be able to extend the game by adding custom content and features. We're building the game openly with our community. We do monthly live streams to showcase updates and gather feedback on our Discord, YouTube, and via our shared public roadmap. Alright, now let's jump into Model Trains. The sandbox mode starts with an empty terrain. Players control the camera and move about using the keyboard and the mouse. We are working on planning and terrain tools to help players design their rail layouts, as well as quickly pick a starting layout from our library of layouts. The terrain tool will allow for customization, like flattening areas, sculpting mountains, or creating river valleys. The first tool currently available is the track tool. It allows for different starting points to building your rail layouts. Let's go ahead and quickly build a layout. We've completed our first track. The train on this track is currently disabled, so let's enable it. Now we have a train running. There are some customization options available for the train, but there will eventually be a fully fledged train editor in the game as well. As you can see, a train running in an empty layout isn't the most exciting experience. This is where our other tools come into play. The prop tool has a large library of items: rocks, trees, plants, buildings, decor, and more. Players can use these to make the world more lively. It's still early, so there might be quirks to work out, but we already have a powerful system in place to place objects individually, using a brush or in straight lines, and to manipulate them quickly and easily. Players have full control to place, move, or remove objects. In the future, we'll be adding an automation tool for complex rail layouts and multiple trains. There will also be animation tools that work in tandem with automations to bring more life into your worlds. Audio tools will allow for custom soundscapes, and a photo mode will give stronger camera control and depth of field to help players create their own cinematic content. We plan to expand these tools to give you full directorial control over the kind of cinematics you wish to craft within the worlds that you build. You will be able to set up multiple cameras, queue up events, and fully automate what you want to capture within the game. This and more is what we're building in Model Trains. Do have a look at our roadmap to see what's coming next, and please join us on our Discord. Thank you.
Hi guys, how are you all? Hello. I think yes, all of us are online. So welcome to Devlog 2 of Model Trains, and we're going to be talking a little more about the game. What are we working so far? I think last time we touched some of the basic physics, how the train moves on tracks and things like that. I think Vivek took us through a demo of all that. And this time we have a couple of more interesting features coming up. One is, of course, something we've been talking about a lot, which is the modding feature. How do we make the game mod friendly from a very early stage, and why exactly are we doing so? I think Vivek will be taking us through what is ready, what can you expect from the next build, and so on regarding that. And then we have Yadu talking about a little bit about some of the complaints or suggestions that we've been getting from playtesters about making help a little accessible in the game, making it a little contextual and so on. And what are the steps that we have taken to do that, and how it will marry with the modding feature to ensure that any new features added by the modders will be helpful, will sort of be able to use something like that. So yeah, over to you, Vivek. Take it away.
Yeah. Thank you, Shubhank. I hope I'm audible. Perfect.
You are.
Yeah. So before diving into the modding, I would also want to talk about why modding and why we are doing it right now, especially to our players. Well, so for us, modding is a very fundamental part of model train's vision, and we believe game like ours truly thrive with a community involvement. And what a better way to foster this community by empowering them with the tools to create content right from the beginning, which is why we never thought modding as an afterthought or just as a feature that gets slapped onto the game. But we always thought about building the mod from the ground up while we are building the game, and also by giving this tool early so all of us can shape the future of this model train game. So that's why we are here today. And in the very start, we have started with building our modding tools. And how we are making this happen is very interesting, because one of our other philosophy of building model train is also to create seamless and efficient content creation process. We have discussed this internally a lot, that how easier we want for the community to get the content in the game. And keeping that in mind, and here comes our secret sauce, which is how we have built the modding, is basically uh, we are creating everything in sync with our in-house content pipeline. So what does this mean is the our internal team, the artists and designers who are building all the train props and environments in the game, are using the exact same tools and workflows that modders will be using. So this is a huge advantage for us. It ensures consistency, robust tools, and any improvements that we make for ourselves would be available for the modding community as well. And how we are building this, the tech behind is we are calling it a unified pipeline. We are building this by leveraging some of the Unity's powerful features such as packages and addressables and asset bundles. And for those of you who don't know about Unity packages, well, they are a fantastic way to bundle up assets, scripts, and tools into a single, easily distributable file. So this helps us in providing the community with everything in a one go. And the asset bundles is Unity's way of packaging assets into files which can be loaded at runtime. And this was a huge benefit for us, because this means that all our mods can be loaded at runtime without recompiling any of the game engine code or any of our game's code. So, and while keeping everything very clean, secure, and efficient. So, yeah, that's the tech behind it. And now I'll just show you a small demo. In this demo, I'll try to bring a train into our current game. So I'm just putting on the video. Yeah, there we go. So it's a five-step process. First, you start with creating a mod, give it a name, give it a description, and it will create a folder with a predefined hierarchy. And as we are going to create a train, we'll open up a train creator. It looks like this. It's very basic right now. For the train, we need to create a locomotive first. So we'll just give it a name, set up some uh, configurations like length and speed, and create a train. It creates a base prefab, and you can just open up this prefab, add your own 3D models, your own textures and materials to it. You can see it in the Unity scene view, see if everything is set up correctly. And when you are happy with it, you go back to the train creator and You can also like go back and edit any of the configurations which are there for the locomotive, or you can create a new train, and also you can also add your new locomotive to an existing train as well. In this demo, I'm creating a new train. It's called new train, and the it only has one locomotive as a coach, and we set it up its position, and that's it, done. Now your train is ready, and now we'll export this train to our mod exporting tool with a one-click export. And this is very easy to export because you don't have to worry about setting up your folder structure, doing anything else. We have everything taken care of for you. Once you export your mod, you put it into a designated folder and you load up your game. This is a test scene that we have created to test the mods in-house, and you'll see your mode loaded in the game here. You click on load, you'll see the new train that has been added. You click on load and you can see it in this test track running. So currently, this is being used by our in-house team, and we are working on this a lot. This is just the first step of our modding, and we'll bring it to you when it's ready for your experiments. We'll test it out thoroughly for all the performance and everything. Mind you, we are looking at performance very strictly. We are keeping all the optimizations in mind. Right now, just by putting all the content into asset bundles, we have improved performance a lot. All our early play testers can already see that in the next build, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's simple, straightforward, unified pipeline. That's it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I
Thank
think
you so much, Vivek, for taking us
yeah,
through that. And I know it looks a little intimidating at the moment, but these are the first steps that we are taking towards modding. Like
baby
Vivek said,
steps.
we want, yeah, these are the baby steps. These are the first baby steps that we have taken towards modding. And like Vivek said, that we want our artists, our designers, us also be using the same pipeline as you guys. Eventually, as time goes on, we'll make it a lot more streamlined. Things will be a lot more easier. We want to make modding very, very accessible, actually,
Yeah, I
because it.
think this has been something of a goal from the get go for us. Like since modding has always been like the kind of the core as part of the core as the game itself. We've like always been trying to build all the parts of the game as modular as possible and also as accessible as possible for people who want to extend it, whether it is either through features or whether it is through content. And since content is something that we kind of focused on doing at the moment, that like, hey, you would want more trains, or you would want more content, or you want more sort of visual fidelity in terms of like props and things. So since that has been something that we want to kind of get done as quickly so that people who are playing and playtesting the game right now has something to play with. I think people are not really vocal about that right now, but they are like, okay, like where's more, where are the other stuff? Like, so I know that everyone's kind of waiting on us to deliver more. So the kind of the how we are kind of doing it is also being a bit more careful about this and doing it so that we don't have to kind of do a lot of work again and again, so that our pipelines and like the content modding pipeline, as well as feature mods, which we'll kind of touch upon maybe like a bit more now, is in place so that it's essentially um, easier to how do you say, it's easy for everyone who is kind of wanting to add content into the game, and possible. So like the other point is essentially, sorry, I got distracted by chat. As it should be on a live stream, I guess. I lost my train of thought as well. Train of thought. There you go. And so what I was trying to say was essentially the way, like Vivek eloquently explained, that the way we are building our tools is essentially keeping models in mind, and the way our pipelines will be your pipelines, and we are integrating as many things into uh, uh, our content pipelines through the Unity engine as well, so that it's easily accessible for you. And you'll get to know more of that in the future as well. So I am essentially here to talk to you a bit more about the next feature. I'm going to share my screen here. I haven't I'm just running the game. Can you guys see the screen? Maybe I've shared my screen.
Yeah, it should be coming up.
Yeah. So I'll just to start the game. So what we've had so far in the game essentially has been a very straightforward help system, which is not much. It's essentially a place where it just shows you the help and asks you to kind of go through a video, a sort of an FTE, and you are supposed to get acquainted with all the controls of the game as quickly as possible, I suppose. And most people we know skip over everything and don't read things as well. So what we've done is nothing crazy or new or super innovative as such, but what we've done is we've created a context sensitive help system, which basically comes up on the top left corner here on the click of this button. So when you load the game for the first time, you would get the instructions that you want, and you can view more instructions as well. But as soon as you change the context, in the case of the first time, for instance, the first time I go to my tracks, I get track specific help. If you go to the props, you get prop specific. If you click on the tracks, you get track specific help. So yeah, so depending on what the context you are in, you get specific help for that context. And in case you want to view it again, it's a matter of going back to those contexts and essentially clicking on the question mark to find that help. So we'll eventually extend this system to kind of have an encyclopedic kind of a space where you already have like indexing as well. And what's even more interesting with the theme of today being modding, what we have kind of done is that it is already kind of localization ready. Apart from that, this whole idea of having kind of this context specific hooks is that when you write your own features and when you write things that are new in the game, you will also be able to hook onto the system and provide context specific help and onboarding features for your mods as well. So that's something that we are also super interested in kind of making it easy for you. So how this helps us at the moment is that it makes our playtesters life easier, that they're able to quickly kind of jump onto new features. We can highlight new things that happen in the game, and we are planning to extend this so that there is more context as to what people are doing, and also hopefully learn from what people are doing as well, and uh, give people more suggestions and kind of helpful tips as they play, depending on if they want those kind of things as well, if they wanted something specific, some kind of help. And yeah, so we have so many ideas around this, even very minute simple system. So that's a context aware help system that we've kind of put in place for you. So when you're playing this the next time, you will know what controls that you need to use. Or if you're stuck somewhere, you can quickly click on the question mark and find out that you can hold down shift and scroll your mouse to rotate your rail tracks before placing them. So stuff like that. So yeah, so that's where we are right now. Yeah, so and so if you want to test the game out, please do drop by our Discord. It is discord.secondquest.games. Also you can join the playtest by going to playmodeltrains.com as well. But do drop by the Discord. We are always almost living there. So you can always find us if you want to have a chat about what we're building, any of the tools that we're using. I mean, if you've been in the game dev space in India, you probably know us already in some sense, and are probably familiar with our faces, and you probably be able to like you've already probably reached out to us about these kind of things. So it's the same. So do drop by, and it's also a huge encouragement for us if you are able to drop by and also have a chat with us and see what we are also up to. So yeah, so if there are any questions, we
Yeah,
are
I think
Yeah,
we do have
we
a
do.
bunch of questions. I think. Okay, so the first question is: does it use Nanite Foliage? Who wants to answer that?
I will.
but we're
I will
building the
answer.
game in Godot.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't use nanite foliage, but we are making sure that everything in the game is highly optimized and highly uh, would say faster to load and look at, because we are also aiming for cross platform. So this game will not only be on PC but on multiple platforms.
Cough, cough.
Or yeah, so yeah, so I mean, for that, like, we are trying to keep things simple. We are trying to uh, keep our frame rates as much nice as possible.
Yeah, I think if anybody is worried about the frame rate, it is Vivek. So I think
Yes,
you're in safe hands, because I think
yes,
everybody else is trying to push more things into the game, and Vivek is the one who is constantly like, you have to optimize this, or we have to like fight. Well, you
yes.
never know. Like, hey,
Yeah, it's so
I
Nintendo
think it's
Switch
time to
was
get the Nintendo Switch 2, I suppose, now at this point.
Switch to what, Nadu? Switch to what?
Switch to
Switch
Steam
to.
Deck. Modding.
Okay. Modding looks awesome. When can we use it in the game? I think in the next update, Steam. We're already internally testing the next update. It should be up on Steam. Hopefully
Yeah.
Probably a
next.
bit late than
So
next update.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, so I don't know if you want to touch upon this a bit more, maybe.
yeah,
The so do you want to talk about how this is set up? I don't know if we want to, or we can, or Vivek, like, about
yeah.
the
I can talk. I
package.
can talk about it. Just so basically, before we hand it over to our playtesters, we also want to run it properly in house, because this feature has like, this whole pipeline has just been set up. We are still fixing bugs, seeing the potential issues. So basically, battle tested a little bit before we hand it over, and also the distribution model we need to plan properly. How are we going to like take mods and let everyone share mods with each other? So yeah, when that thing is sorted out, then we should be able to, but it's not like very long far-fetched future. It's really close.
I think it should be a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
We'll,
like
we'll,
that.
we'll also have a documentation to help you guys out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's so.
that's
It's
also,
a
yeah,
bit fresh in some ways. It works. We just want to test it internally. We are adding a bit more content, a couple of more trains, and all. I don't know if this Vivek didn't really touch upon this. All our sort of, we had to sort of, we redid our prop system, which also now is like
oh
heavily
yeah. Yeah,
mod
I totally
friendly now.
forgot.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
you may want to just
So we
add that
we
sentence.
started we started with making the train content pipeline as mod friendly, and then we realized, I mean, we already have the prop system,
Yep.
which is a huge pain to get more props into the game. So why not
Yeah.
just move that into as well? So both our prop and train content pipeline has been set up for modding.
As we quickly realized that we had a huge curatorial problem with kind of curating the content actually in the game, and then getting it optimized, getting it game ready, and also into the game. We also like split up our repos, and all of that as kind of like, this was all part of that essentially.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, like part of like making this
re-architecture for modding.
yeah, in a way, and
Yeah,
modding first, in a
yeah.
way.
Okay, we
So
have the
whether I
next
think it's a,
question.
yeah,
There's
question
going to be a
for,
casual mode. Also. Yeah, do you want to take it?
uh, sh- um, uh, yeah, so it depends. Like, I don't know how casual is, what casual is essentially. So we have a sandbox is what we focus on, because we want to build all our features in one place, and we know like what all we want. We want terrain editing. We want like a good amount of control on the props. We want a very robust rail network system. We want automation and signals and all that. And we also did speak about like our like tunnels and bridges, and like how do you like uh, kind of like do world building using all the elements, all the props, and other things that we want to do. So the sandbox is very much like casual, because it doesn't really I mean, at the moment, it doesn't. There are things that we have thought about that we wanted to add, which is a bit too early to speak about right now. But that mode essentially is kind of casual. Think of it like the Minecraft creative mode. But we're also thinking of a campaign which is a bit more focused on building and using building as a way of solving sort of challenges, as well as maybe sort of economy focused challenges as well. So we want a goal oriented sort of mode as well, but at the same time we also want like a bit more relaxed mode where you are able to build the stuff that you want and also share and showcase those things as well. So yeah, so it does kind of split between both the groups of people who want to like really focus on something, and since how this is because of the way we're building it, it's also we are hoping that people would want to add on things which make it either move between like one or the other. Like you can actually hopefully add content as well as kind of features which are helpful for uh,
Yeah.
like more serious things or more hardcore people who want to do like a lot more, let's say, rail fans who want to export this content to something else or something to do something else, and for somebody who just wants to have the cinematic experience of recreating their favorite movie scenes or something. So yeah, so I think so we're building something, and then we'll see. Like we have some ideas about where it goes, but then we'll see how others can also kind of add on to.
So the short answer is we will have accessibility options, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Ah,
is with the AI thumbnail? Yes, we have used a bunch of AI imagery.
yeah. So
uh,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, we are essentially like I think 5-6 people. So it's
I
how
mean,
do I
we're
say
a
this?
pretty small team of 5, 6 people, so we are kind of trying to use all the tools as possible to, if they can remotely highlight what we want our game to be, to represent and things like that. But having said that, nothing in the game right now is AI generated. We
Yeah.
don't want to
So
give and the thing is that none of the promotional stuff is going to be AI generated. We don't want to, like, even the videos that you see on our including the trailers and other things that we have on YouTube and the other stuff is pretty much within
yeah,
the game. We are
I
not
think if there's anything, it's
presenting
mostly
anything.
like static imagery and some of
Yeah.
those icons which will all change back into once you have like more people on board who are able to produce more content for the game, especially more art folks.
Yeah.
And we've also like been very upfront about how we are trying to figure out our art and outlook. If you followed us like from early on, you would have seen that we've kind of changed. If you like, I don't know if you can find this early footage of what we like 6 months down the line or last year sometime. Like the way the game looked then and the way the game looks now is it's quite different. And we are still sort of we have a vision as to where we want to go with the art, and hopefully we'll be able to talk more once we have a lot more clarity as to how that shapes. It's a lot of work, and it's also a lot of technical work as well. We're not shying away from it, and we are sort of figuring that out as well. So this is game dev. So yeah, so I mean, I think everybody has personal stances about where they stand with AI, and we can always chat about it more offline or and figure it out. I don't want to rant on about this at this point and digress and move away from what we're talking about right now. So happy to have a chat. Do drop by the Discord, which is discord.secondquest.games, and continue that conversation there. And do join us,
Yeah.
join our playtest, which is playmodeltrails.com. Or you can just go to beta.secondquest.games and we will send you a Steam key, a Steam playtest key, once you sign up for the beta. So yeah, so thank you all for showing up this early. I mean, this late. I think we all need to have a nap after this. But thank you again. And Shubham, do you want to wrap this show up?
Yeah, I mean, thanks a lot. We have one more question. I don't know whether to answer it or
Oh,
not. But
what is this question?
will you train on AI to train?
Will
Will
you
you train
train
an
on AI
AI
to?
to train?
I think you guys maybe you can make a mod about it. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
You
it's
can mod
open
it
to
into the
modders.
game. You can, it's
We still have a
it's going for the
lot
modders.
more,
We'll leave something for the modders.
work to do in the game
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
Yeah,
took this task. So
before we can get to that stage. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for joining in. We are
yeah.
going to do this live stream every month. This
yeah,
month we handled a bit of like a lot of modding work behind the scenes, things which happen outside the game, outside what you actually see on Steam and stuff like that. Next month is going to be a lot more interesting stuff. We're going to do. We're revamping a little bit of the train UI. We're adding a lot more train engines and things like that, so you can sort of play around with that, select what sort of an engine do you want. Do you want like a classic mean looking diesel locomotive, or you want something else?
yeah,
We are also working on interconnecting the tracks and things like that, so hopefully we'll get to demonstrate that also. So you can have like basic signals and stuff like that, so that'll be fun to do. And yeah, that's pretty much for the next stream. And please, like, once again, I don't want to repeat it again and again, but yeah, please do join our Discord and join the
yes,
meet. We are available on Discord if you have any questions. We
yeah.
don't have a live, so we'll be pretty quick to answer that at the moment. But yeah, thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.